Well, this could upset a lot of people, but this is how we rewilded 90% of our farm. So here in Wales, the government themselves are in fact using taxpayers' money to buy farms and rewild on them. Their rewilding though is a pretty daft, stupid way of doing it, and that is planting trees, greenwashing the countryside, greenwashing gorgeous farms that are used to produce food to feed people. There's no sense in it. When we bought this farm back in 2015, it was overgrown, the hedges were up 60 odd foot, the fields were all rush, grade 4 land. Now the grading of land is a stupid, outdated system which goes back God knows how long, and it is from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the best. Now in where we are in Carmarthenshire, there isn't any grade 1 land. This is grade 4. These hay meadows are grade 4. When we bought them, they were rush, but now they are stunning hay meadows that are absolutely full of wildlife. Wildflowers, butterflies, bees, beetles, mice, shrews, voles, it's all in here. And that's because of farming, not because of planting trees. We have trees, we're cutting trees down, actively cutting trees down. This hedge line, okay, is a tree line here, okay, and there's no nests in it. There's no birds in it. It is deathly quiet. Underneath, we did take the sides off. Winter just gone. We ran out of time. We lay quite a few bits around the farm. The winter just gone. And we actually ran out of time for this particular hedge. And because of how wet it was, we couldn't actually get down here. So we just took the sides out so that we could get underneath with a quad bike and flail off all the weeds. But you can see, if I can get over to it, underneath this tree line, okay, there's nothing apart from weeds, but this is what you've got. There's absolutely nothing here. It's bare, it's barren, and it's bare and barren 30 foot out. But when we lay these hedges, you're going to see something completely different. You're going to see life, and you're going to have something that can absorb more CO2, carbon monoxide, than a tree. And I'll show you that now. Here we go, a hedge, absolutely teeming with wildlife. A corridor, a wildlife corridor. It is full of different native plants, trees, flowers. These flowers are great for bees and butterflies. It's ram-packed with them. But until 2 years ago, this was a huge tree line, which was desolate. And now we have a hedge, something which is amazing for absorbing carbon monoxide, and it's great for wildlife. The amount that lives in here is unreal. Like now we have pheasants back on the farm. There's pheasants here because of what the natural insects, their natural feed is all here. It's perfect for them. So this here is rewilding. That's exactly what this is. This now, from just laying these hedges, putting these fields back to meadows, is the best thing that you can do for the countryside. It is absolutely perfect. It is essential that we look after all of it. This farm here, as you know, if you've watched the channel before, we produce hay. Small bales is our main business, and we also have sheep. Now, these meadows get cut for us, okay? We cut them, we bale them, and then the sheep, they come in and graze it. Now that's where farming's looking after it. The sheep graze all of this, everything here that you can see. We put the sheep on it, right? They'll graze it down over the winter. That's feeding them, which helps them when they go to produce their lambs. And then the grass comes back, the wild flowers come back stronger in the spring, which looks after all the pollinating bugs that we so desperately need. We need them. And if we don't have them, then all of this is dead. If you were to plant all this with trees now, everything in this biodiversity, from these hedges, down on the floor, in the fields, is gone. It's all gone. Because you can't have it all. The only way you can protect all this, the way the countryside looks, is through farming. That's it. Farming is the answer. Farming feeds us. Farming looks after the countryside. It keeps the biodiversity of all this alive. Everything. And that's what we have to look after. We need to look after that. And it is through farming. Farmers look after the countryside. They feed the people. And that's where it needs to stop. Yes, the countryside does get looked after as well by gillies, gamekeepers. They look after it. Without these sporting estates and sporting farms, the money wouldn't be there to look after it. To be able to maintain all of this, that's what we need. Bugs, insects, bees, which we desperately need to keep going, to pollinate everything, not only for flowers but for food. We need them. This is the result. These wouldn't be under a tree line, and they certainly wouldn't be under a conifer tree line. I am unbelievably proud to be able to say that we have laid thousands of meters of hedging, that we have brought all this wildlife, all this nature back. You know, this farm is back to how it should be, a farm that can work and produce food to feed people. And that's what it's all about. This farm feeds our sheep, which feeds you. It's as simple as that. And it all works in balance. And the nature's not going because we're farming. Nature's coming back. We're looking after it. Everything is all coming back. And that's what we need. We need farmers to look after the countryside. It can't get any more simple than that.